Seeing the Marcasite caverns, the silence of the desolate plains. But that's all in the past.
Have you viewed Speak Freely?
Providing around-the-clock enlightenment. Don't fret. I've enlisted a qualified substitute, Presiding Bishop Ruth Bazaar. Here she is to field today's query. Why do the Order of the Ascendants split from the Order of Scientific Inquiry?
I can answer that quite succinctly. Because the OSI had become corrupted. Oh, it started with good intentions. Just a small work group studying the predictive framework of the universe. They published some noteworthy papers, a few good dissertations. Then the charismatic mathematician began making his breakthroughs in theoretical mathematics, elevating OSI's predictive pursuit of perfection to a theology, scientism. That attracted outside interests. OSI once struggled to keep the lights on, but suddenly it had corporate suitors seeking to capitalize on scientism, to control the future. Ascension for all humanity was no longer OSI's primary mission. Most regrettably, our sacred tenets fell by the wayside. So when the matriarch offered our first presiding bishop the opportunity to solve the equation here in Arcadia, and for the right reasons, he took it. Our sect split, and thus was the Order of the Ascendant formed.
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is black.
This place reeks of death. I believe refugees attempted to take solace in the fighting here. I only hope they found peace in oblivion.
Should never be.
It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. If all matter has passed, and thus exerts attraction, could I bear love's weight and measure? Can I calculate If I input every measure of an intimate connection into a computronic system, would my time card face rejection? Love does not compute. The variables seem infinite. Love does not compute. It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. If all matter has mass, and thus exerts attraction, could I bear
To battle! Ready to dispense judgment! What's this? What these falls and
I would not refuse assistance, which is mostly empty promises.
love does not compute. The love does not
statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy,
You have my thanks
efficiency,
and my
creativity, and focus. Drink Maxima alcohol-free liquor.
The other brands may be 80 proof, but ours has 80 proofs, one printed on each label. Collect and study them all.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Which Mud Text recently observed, scienticians seek safety in numbers.
taking punitive action.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
disintegrate
genres. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. And now for some ageless wisdom from an academic so in touch with today's inquisitive laypeople youth. Time for Ask a Vicar with Vicar Magsaysai. The charismatic mathematician is always a popular topic. To which a listener asks, what's this about the mathematician and his propensity for questionable ethics?
A bold query. Yet we do not shy from our founder's flaws. Yes, the charismatic mathematician did have feet of clay. For one, he was a prolific author of venturesome fiction early in his career. These narrative larks did not, shall we say, endure time's unkind judgment quite like his world-shattering humanity-ascending principles. Nor did his associations with entities outside academia, which do not always benefit scientism. But come now, how can we fault someone yet to ascend, like all of us?
And now you know, but no one knows everything yet. Have another inquiry about our order you're first to ask?
Time!
Relay your query
Time! Our ambush! Shoot them! I am primed to punish!
Next out.
I can find!
Probability is the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan.
I'm at! Over here! Free hole in the head!
Our ability to predict events with
You have my
varying
thanks
degrees of
and my
certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics. Statistics, at its heart, is not but data. Data that is gathered, collated, and subjected to analysis. But what is the role of chance in that analysis? Let's look at the interpretation of pure chance. If one flips a perfectly balanced coin, it will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. Are there really 2 outcomes? Is there not one specific outcome we can determine? Yes. With complete information, there can be no chance. Only outcome. Complete information yields perfect prediction.
Stand against us!
No. Now we come to one of the most difficult concepts in the order for initiates to grasp. If the result of the flip of a coin is known to be right, is it necessary to flip the coin? Would it not be more efficient to simply go forward as if it had been flipped and proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose? If so, what part of that choice was ever left to chance? The answer, of course, is none. Only when there is less than complete information are we reduced to chance. At present, we do not have complete information. Instead, we are still forced to deal in probabilities, expected values, and standard deviations, which lead to the dreaded sigma of probability distributions. By necessity, we are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of
The order bids you welcome, but also warnings.
Travesty. No, not a travesty. Tragedy. A horror. A horror the archive will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal, to the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know.
I don't see anything else coming.
Us know.
Was it just the one?
Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here. The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. You'll find safety there. The rest of this area, less so.
For those of you away in the field...
The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack.
Of this crucial material.
Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to eat. They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrap. Excessive abuse of They've also been known to pose as refugees to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of... The creatures are of the genus Verachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human. May all your endeavors elicit...
But in its crystal state, it's practically putty in our hands. Not fully safe, of course. You wouldn't sprinkle zeranium crystals on your nutrient bars, but they won't kill you on immediate contact. Certainly more harvestable in our zeranium manufacturing. Imagine years of jeopardous methodological experiments with extraction, refinement, and processing, from harvesting liquid zeranium to grinding up crystals for higher yields. Now, zeranium powers everything from laboratories and outposts to craft and weaponry comparatively safely and at a greater input to output ratio than any other known form of fuel. Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Continuing as predetermined. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by...
Do not worry when things become complicated. Went to school and studied and matriculated. There's no need to suffer from perplexity.
Prosecuting!
Viscerally! Face of a soul.
The authority of the thumb! You're hurt, Commander! Steel yourself!
Methodological experiments with extraction, refinement, and processing, from the harvesting of liquid zeranium to grinding up crystals for higher yields. Now, zeranium powers everything from laboratories and outposts to craft and weaponry comparatively safely and at a greater input to output ratio than any other known form of fuel. End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." That apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Continuing as predetermined. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
One thing that you have to know is rationality is good for the world. How can that be? How can that be?
Taking punitive action!
Infinite, a measure of history. unveils the key to logic's asymmetry. How can that be? How can that be?
Just let me in! Help me out!
One thing that you must profess: irrationality is a part of progress. How can that be? Use another talent evokes a result direct in the dividend. And you will positive externality. Can plainly see accepted in this infinity. Can it be
To battle!
one thing? The irrational turn in calculation can result in explanations. How can that be?
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal. Under the authority of the thumb. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Our castles now track explosions from the Order of the Ascendant. Discovered upon a chalkboard, and his choice and the protectorate both count very little. The Order of the Ascendant counts the most. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Function f to the n equaling our starting zen. Function fn minus 1 plus the f minus 2. In all cases that we know, starting where n is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers. Gives us a graph that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber gazing upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving squares perfect quotient, 0, 1, 1, and again, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through. Fibonacci, a sequence largely it's Fibonacci from ladder of Aasi. The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth.
None shall stand against us!
Define the recurrent relation. Get us to sequence summation. Coming through preceding numbers. Get us define the recurrent relation. Get us to sequence summation. Fibonacci from ladder of Aasi.
I am primed to punish.
Ready to waste them.
Got a distraction for you. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
Tunes for your audio connection. And
Not getting up without help, Commander.
Until we extension. Vicar Maxi-Size presentation.
Welcome to Zeranium and You. A brief accounting. Zeranium in its liquid state is volatile and explosive. In its gaseous form, it is toxiferous to organic material, but in its crystal state, it's practically putty in our hands. Not fully safe, of course. You wouldn't sprinkle zeranium crystals on your nutrient bars. They won't kill you on immediate contact. Certainly more harvestable in our zeranium area.
What's this? What's these balls and...
Craft and weaponry comparatively safely and at a greater input to output ratio than any other known form of tool. In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
If I measured every heartbeat and their electrical signal, would I find a value for love or divide my heart by 0? If I input every integer of an
apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
Love does not compute.
This is the Order's anti-air control center. You don't have specific business? Business here? Kindly give me.
Committing that crime really worth squandering our goodwill.
Love does not compute. Love does not compute. Love does not
Voice of reason. Welcome to another installment of Ask a Vicar with Vicar Magsai. A recent inquiry: why do I hear order product advertisements from the same voices denouncing Auntie's Choice rampant commercialism?
Good question. I'd say the place we differ most from our consumerist rivals is, well, our overall philosophy. The way we view everything. They believe in profit above all else, while we strive for the attainment of all humanity through the solution of the universal equation. The difference could hardly be greater. So, while we might share methods from time to time, such as the distribution of goods in our case, to help others ascend to greater heights, we could hardly be more dissimilar.
Do you have an inquiry about our order you're bursting to ask? Drop us a message at your local predictory. Keep put, much is left to come. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Another refugee? All right, step forward.
May whatever we discuss, speak freely. Certainly, I...
Is it me, or has my ankle been squeaking? Anyway, need something, Commander? Think they'll notice if we jump with you?
Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. Welcome to Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Extractorium, a perilous trek even under the best of circumstances. Stay cautious out there, fellow ascendants.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders, the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
Wasteland, devoid life? No,
I swear,
Arcadia.
It's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in this part.
And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Distraction and I are old colleagues. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare to show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in life outside, sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are... We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's... But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her, then back to it. Algorithmic dissonance? Don't like the sound of it. How could Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Don't want it, don't need it. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one. I think it's downright awful. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous. You too. Trust me, you don't. I think I'm gonna vomit. I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promise. Sorry. I'll try not to sneeze on you, but... I'll try not to sneeze on...
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
I'm here to maintain security, not to teach you remedial calculus.
I can't recall the last time this region...
That was dedicated to all the innovative minds in the Department of Applied Scientism from their admiring cohort in the Department of Research and Inquiry.
Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Broke my nose last scrap.
My noggin sure.
I banged him up real good for you, didn't I?
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. Oh, geesh. We didn't mean to over your head talk or nothing.
Huh. Never had anybody accuse me of that afore. Lots of others.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it?
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell...
93169393937.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunities to make a profit.
No time to chinwag. More than might visit at the moment.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer-lyncher aide to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a... Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over... Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot... Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environment. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I... Why, I thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer point. We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on... Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. Feast!
62803434241. How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many numbers am I?
You're listening to for transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Because reason never goes out of season, it's time for another administration of Relatable Enlightenment, featuring Mag Sci-Sci. Today we focus on quantity over qualitative analysis, with an accelerated round of queries. Starting with, does the Order know the outcome of this war?
Of course we do. But such knowledge cannot be shared with the general public or broadcast over the ether. Such an action would shift the equation into new modes. It might introduce ancillary expressions that would invalidate our original solution. The mention of these topics risks
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention. Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. It's the Order, so they don't kick you out or nothing. It's all community betterment. If you're former Auntie's Choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve Automax, it's all we say. Whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence. Now, how can I help you exactly?
The following song has been determined to
A tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free. Go on. Go on. Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free.
Look. Oh.
The Protectorate have only been... Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually... Lately, the abbot has tasked me. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Oh, yes. Though I must admit, some looked quite startled when I spoke on... Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. I must remember that one for the... As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on Order history, plus never as many as I would like, perhaps, but eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just...
You there! Cease rifling in your colleagues' pockets or else! And you, no jostling! Oh, forget it. The Protectorate shall retake... Speak freely.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions.
but it could use a little salt.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound.
Shame what happened there.
Scientism.
I've seen the whole thing.
Though our current cordiality with Auntie's choice continues to hold, remain certain that every department stands united and ready should conflict recommence. Why, simply recall the precision of our air defenses against low-flying craft, augmented by our Sears technology combined with the deft skills of our exemplars. This keen partnership not only forced our rapacious rivals to drop supplies from high orbit, it sent their ground troops scampering into scattered lines of hastily dug trenches. So much for their baseless conjecture.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Yes, technically a hut happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. They're doing something, which is...
Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Oh, a visitor. Without notice. Hello. You weren't mentioned. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to, and suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. Oh. Well, the Order have got these things called personalized order. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet just after lunch. Wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple, 152 meters. I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers. I didn't know what. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostication. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a no. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my...
We're not going anywhere! Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom!
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling, you do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turned those into demand, though the Order's not exactly fond of me. Rabble-rousing doesn't align. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone. The exclusion zone. Screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. People are cramped, injured, sick. The Order needs to do... I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or what... I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I got a pretty fancy gun I was issued back when I was a rising star at Antes, side with us, and it's your... Thanks, stranger. You can find Agarwal in the lift building. Probably formulate...
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
Tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. A statistically significant number of scientists agree vinculum flavor drops are qualitatively advantageous. Help your food taste better together with vinculum from the Order of the Ascendant. In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied. Well, if the as the assigned provisioner, the overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. If it was a duly appointed Order official acting to assist me in distributing supplies to the displaced, yes. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is the Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the... If I can help others in need today, I shall do so. Appreciate.
Let's look at the interpretation of pure chance.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
But are there really two outcomes? Is there not one specific outcome we can determine?
Oh, May. This is about the exclusion zone, correct?
There can be no chance. Only outcome. Complete information.
Or that it only that simple, but she ignores You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
The result of the flip of a coin is known to be heads. Is it necessary to flip the coin?
Tell me, which of us has the title of administrant before their name? The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator having earned the confidence, and now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
Is none.
I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. You can find her outside, among her people, but you already knew that. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
Travesty. No, not a travesty. Tragedy.
These are the data points we need. Keep at it then. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them. Form your own opinion.
Data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal, to the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
Yes. You may peruse to your...
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension.
Abbot Newell here to impart a message of significant value, conveyed to me by Alexandra Monastery's most trusted conjecturer, Seer Wiley. To all those tossed hither and thither by war's perilous fluctuations, the Order invites you to seek stability and shelter in...
What happened to this? Where do we go now? What happened to this
place? Persist.
Law.
The effort to improve conditions being
The Grand Plan is the predetermined order to the entire...
I predict that the worst is
we can predict it down to
my nut sure is sore.
This is Abbot Newell of Alexandra Monastery, signing off. How was
Go
that?
on, get out of here. Scram.
Still recording? Oh, how do I stop?
So ends dismissive.
Look, I'm not... How long are we meant to stay? How long are we meant to stay here?
That's the order.
Oh, try not to sneak.
The meaning of life is numeric. And we
The
are
spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here.
Stranger?
For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild.
I could use a break from fighting injustice. Vexing. Or not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless...
And its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary...
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around further. Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests. Besides, what are, to put it gently, disorganized, which is irregular but with effort, patience, and collaboration. Good. Check in with me. As with probability, there is an art to mediation.
The purpleberry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Auntie's Choice's poorly regulated interstellar shipping.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have
somehow merged with another company to become Auntie's Choice. Honestly, these
bread, crackers,
as they mostly amount to
mathematically unnecessary
assets and changes for itself cartoons. So I will just refer to them.
I won't think twice about applying the precise amount of force.
If we factor for random elements offsetting certain key variables,
Do you believe Arcadia shall... Do you believe Arcadia shall...
Keep your behavior.
I'm not with Auntie.
Really? What was yours?
Cause trouble, and I
will excuse them. Chapter and interactions with our protected allies. But again,
my noggin. Ow.
Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite, the purpleberry parasite, or PBP, as it is colloquially called in Auntie's Choice's records. More specifically, the PBP eggs are found in every berry.
You scratch our back and we'll never shoot you in
Don't do
yours.
anything foolish.
Greetings! I heard tell that you aided Spider in his little between the two of us. I sent him out there to get him to cease jabbering about his glory days.
After an infected berry is eaten by a host,
The microscopic eggs inside the berries are exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter their second stage, as spiky worm-like creatures with outsized pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract.
Anybody needs me?
These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby purpleberry plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purpleberries. And I should add that the plants are well fertilized in this entire process. Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested purpleberry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased.
Hold still and accept treatment.
By the law.
Uninfected ones. Perhaps unsurprisingly, careless Auntie's Choice scientists mislabeled this case of symbiosis, given how both the purpleberry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship, as a parasitical relationship. Given that, it's a wonder the Auntie's Choice scientists managed to ascertain the safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, prodding Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite and hardly affected by it to any large amount. But human colonists were not so fortunate. The PBP worms disrupted the human internal biome to such a degree that the eventual correspondingly large immune response leads to violently...
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief...
of the person's gastrointestinal tract. Human casualty rates were close to 100%, even when reluctantly given medical attention by Auntie's Choice doctors, who were more concerned with upselling unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their antibiotics, a topical cream that offers no benefit to the dying patient, except...
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
However, given the purpleberry's non-zero nutritional value and...
True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself.
Administration officials directed their labs to find ways to remove the...
Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would... I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
So these methods were deemed...
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded inmates. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Specifically, a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed...
My thanks, stranger. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
Or salmon worms. With an estimated 70 to...
Thanks to you, our automechanical doctor has been dispensing medication. Take this. On behalf of the Order, now, will there be anything else? How can I be of service? As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
The remaining parasite eggs were...
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Labling. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers. Since you aren't...
their texture or flavor in any discernible way. The microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers. So Auntie's Choice administrators were satisfied with this inept solution. Purpleberries are now a common nutritional and flavoring agent.
Sorry,
I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promises.
Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then. If it's all the same, I'll give it to someone in real need. I've got more practice. You have my gratitude, stranger.
I think I'm gonna... I'll try not to sneeze on...
Choice once again demonstrated their contempt for their customers, for nature, and for any pretense of safety. Another reason this documentary...
Thank you again.
is grateful.
How can I be of service?
Fabricated nutritional foodstuffs.
This unit is taking inventory of its
Cause trouble and I will school you. Chapter and verse.
Vector inverse.
Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? We utilize a mix of proprietary research method. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like my. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity. Why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee I share the engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from one of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized if my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would true. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means. Well, I
hope you bring me good tidings. Exemplary. Our scientician, the displaced, must deeply appreciate your careful consideration. And me, by proxy as well. Go speak with the voice of the displaced. I will...
Oh. Administrator Agarwal.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally...
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will abide by the Mediator's decision, if you do the same.
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands.
I'm all ears, Mediator.
I understand you were crucial in securing additional medical personnel for Matriarch's
Yeah. Much appreciated. Way to go, but anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? We have ample room to space.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns. Collapsed, but we built...
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with what they have.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established Order construction guidelines. The what now? That is unquantifiably absurd, and I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss. Speak on then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
But our predictions are given to inform and protect. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Mathematics is the hidden language of the universe.
I haven't heard that much sugarcoating outside of an auntie's suppository ad. But fine. Whatever you actually got...
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
If the Provisioner's booked up...
It's less of an issue of personnel as it is of safety. Contrary to your assumption, by my calculations, you've explored this topic from... I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate, if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
Finally understand what we're dealing with, huh?
Regardless of your misgivings, I ask that you follow your reason. Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain. Though, please, be...
Not to worry, Ministrant. Here. You...
Yes. Sorry, busy.
Thanks again, stranger. The Order won't scare us off that easily.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony? How long are we meant to stay here?
I'll try not to sneeze.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation...
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? They tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, but we saw that.
Hello again, how can I be of service?
You know, you strike me as someone with a very small body of published work. I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my daily cycle to say hello.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Logic, primarily. The study of correct reasoning, sequence, consequent. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, that said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
And leave Abbot Newell to be subjected to the inanity of a total stranger.
Don't trouble yourself about Seer Wiley. He's here as my aide. I trust him implicitly. Now, you were saying? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens,
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order... Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is... Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. Indeed, they began showing up with their inane theories prior to the invasion. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your... As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility... I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does...
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more... Thank you for proving my...
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the... Most assuredly not! It would eliminate the entire point of the ceasefire. Please convey that fact.
And here I was under the impression that
He's got us there, Commander.
At any rate, I trust whatever's uncovered over the course of this investigation. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have... Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. Illuminating the path to true erudition is
a calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation. Particularly in the field of leave, I hope.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on Seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
It's nice to be appreciated.
No, it's not like that at all. Our bond is an equitable... In fact, what would you put our combined...
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation.
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelons. Truly, Landon, the Order doesn't realize what it has in you. Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development. Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. That is a statue of the Matriarch. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed.
Oh, certainly. According to my...
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit.
Please, not so close. I'm aggregating vital... Speak to Abbot Newell if you've more queries.
Where to first, Commander? And Ray Rames, Uranium Manufacturing.
Or outpost opportunity.
Is a self-centered derivative.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of those.
Sorry, I'll try not to sneeze.
Do you believe? Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return?
Algorithmic dissonance?
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery, the Oracle?
The one Wiley designed, right? Using the tracking algorithm?
Every scientist learns to visit the dark.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Yet, how do I know you're not one of their number? An advanced party sent to cajole me into swinging free open the gate. What our consumerist rivals lack in intellectual rigor, they readily make up for in subterfuge and guile. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir.
This is Factor Métadier. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Oh, and I see you have a protectorate arbiter with you as well. Of course.
Your casual method of address has been noted.
Consider yourself thankful that present company stays my wrath. Some.
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic caller. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. The initial evidence looks rather conclusive. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below. Which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. Both of them? Well, one can hardly argue against thoroughness. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you were on hand to corroborate.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
Evidently originated here. Transport pod full of uranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and fingers.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
What I'd like to know is why our illustrious seer provided zero warning. Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best.
Consider finding
look at this mess.
If you see
hello, layperson.
Hello. Come here often. This unit ensure our mansion. Apologies, but an automechanical's work is never concluded.
What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate? Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge. Everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The uranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of... I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my anomalous event caused by unknown factors. Transport pod M7. Latitude and longitude coordinates corresponded to the Antes Choice facility known as Outpost Opportunity. Altitude, however, matched a low-ranking scientician. Regrettably, that is all I... May all our efforts add to the equation.
Initiate Alva, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at once.
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Detoxification initiated. What's her name took over?
I'm not clear to speak with random factors.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, if we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Ah, ill-timed levity. How droll. Let's not waste a low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we act. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alpha seized command of... She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may... Whatever for. We've already... I suppose some limited nosing about, but I'll be in my office.
This unit is currently unavailable for meaningless interaction. Apologies, this unit's conversation module is functioning intermittently.
No reason to reason with you.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
We're still in lockdown, so I take it you haven't shot the traitor yet. Failed to see the...
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
Now, this is what you described the Arachnids collision as slavering. Sorry, to
No
cut you
lecture,
off, but I'm
please.
encumbered with various conditions of the existential variety.
Next, the latest field data validating our computing in our forecasts and relevant informational details for near-present and future calculations. An ongoing prolongation of existence advisory remains in effect for all presently transiting the Golden Ridge region. Utmost caution is highly urged.
2 exemplars, dead as Pythagoras. No one's been
Of
inside
course,
operation.
she's hiding because you think those two factors that head on in.
Succumb to a life of pilferage and plunder. Auntie's choice troops have been espied bivouacked in trenches crisscrossing the highlands.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
A healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Newly introduced invasive species...
Test your hypothesis elsewhere.
...choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive. Travelers are instructed to closely monitor their surroundings at all times whilst peregrinating outside inhabited areas. Those choosing to heed said forewarnings are predicted to have a 14.7% higher chance of survival.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further benefit...
Why not to deviate from the norm?
Next up. Well,
Nice weather we have been having.
Alva's...
Always account for standard deviation.
Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Glad those not skilled at math can fulfill some other...
Always account for standard deviation.
May all do with theory. May the plan guide you.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
This fatal attraction. This fatal attraction.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, and who is that you brought with you? Could that be and someone, another Earth Directorate agent?
Is she talking about me?
All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. I expect few in the Order know of you, but, well, I've kept to a role here that is purposely. Between launches, I enjoyed serials, two-bit dreadfuls, periodicals. I adore Zane and Buddy. For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually existed. But here you are, well-timed and, no doubt, eager to help.
Fort endurance, disabling of the tronicular, and a 17.9% reduction.
Oh, you sounded just like Buddy, striving his best to resemble Commander Zane. The similarity. Oh, believe I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this.
Our efforts deciphering the universal equation remain unabated.
Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. There was a scuffle. Their weapons fired. It was a most unfortunate thing.
Just as our calculations allow for a predictable range of error, so do we. Our work continues.
Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, why, yes. I could unseal access to the records repository for you. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of.
The color of space. A chromospectral analysis.
If you need to hear me say it, surely. I promise not to appreciate your help, dear. May the plan favor us against blown on.
No hesitation. Beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the
Always
expected
account for
one.
standard deviation.
But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or white, or simply a shade of gray? No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions.
What is it?
And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on
Now's not really the time for a check. I'll see what I can do.
Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in. Low temperature emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red, into orange, then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars.
Patrol's back, I hear.
Emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light.
Our Earth directory.
So why are there no green stars, you wonder? I think
Well, hello.
Hello, I've been conversing with Factometer.
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I...
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no doubt. You suspect me somehow?
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find?
Let's get back to Nuthanodiscard, the famous stellar photographer.
Well, I'd certainly hope they'd exonerate me, but somehow I'm but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? But still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it meant the overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
Is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice...
Oh, I'm full of hidden depths, dear, but this isn't the time. Later, I promise. Anything you want to know from my first...
in a more beige tone.
All right.
I'll stay here and play for more time, if the Proctor sends anyone.
And as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory.
These circumstances proceed toward intended results.
The knowledge that beige is also...
That Svoboda would have made a good arbiter. Oh, just a little jest. No, she struck me an over officious buffoon.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance.
This unit's current work task.
Yes, suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but what else will this higgledy... Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. Oh, well, I might have kept the item in question. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas? It's your tremendous, Many deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
Mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Pretty nervous right about now. I mean, they must have believed that Drax was lost. But the monsters began to mount. Earth started to multiply.
You're back. Serranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state. And my internal levels, with the leak abated, I am fully now that you mention it, yes. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety. This card will allow you into our the pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. Yes, I have had my fill of stochastic uncertainty.
Meet scientific ways, even enough for shot by fluids to 100 degrees.
Factor's been in there a while now.
Investigator. Investigator.
Circumstances proceed toward intended results.
It is difficult for me to tell how strange Alva's situation is relative to anything else within the Order. It all seems equally inexplicable.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
No battlefield decorum. You're hurt! Ready to dispense judgment!
Ain't nothing there. Nobody around. Over here!
Function Fn minus 1 plus the Fn minus 2 in all cases that we know, starting where n is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start this cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely coming. Plus wonders, define the recurrent relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber of us.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything a lowly... Well, again, careful on your... May all your endeavors elicit
Vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving square, perfect quotient, 0, 1, 1, and again, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through.
May all your theories prove true.
Death to the complicit!
It's Fibonacci from Liber Abasi.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. Attention order acolytes, perfection now exists in sandwich form. Our scienticians have created the perfect BLT sandwich. It is balanced, layered, and tasteful. You may cease your search for lunchtime fulfillment, for it has arrived. You are welcome. From the Order of the Ascendant. An ease-setting witticism to confer the colleagues maturate more rapidly and solve its own problems. Understand? Well, the seers among you already know.
Probabilities and the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining a deep contemplation of probability. Our ability to predict events with varying degrees of certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics. Statistics, at its heart, is not but data. Data that is gathered, collated, and subjected to analysis. But what is the role of chance in that analysis? Let's look at the interpretation of pure chance.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of...
You know how the order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
But are there really two outcomes? Is there not one specific
Hold on now.
I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation...
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Difficult concepts in the order for initiates to grasp. If the result of the flip of a coin is known to be heads, is it necessary?
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an order proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. You are far more capable than some
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear, I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of...
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait, it is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
Is Commander not a cool enough moniker? What about the Scallywag?
And standard deviations, which lead to the dreaded sigma of probability distribution.
I arrived decades ago to lie low after a...
The rumors about your department. They said if there are any hints of truth to that. I find it severely at odds with order.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
To the solving of the universal equation, probability is not...
I cannot be party to this.
Guesses
but neither shall I.
A wise calculation. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it.
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has...
This would be an ideal... You can't possibly be party to all this.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation. I appreciate your practicality. Enough, traitor. No more deception. No more lies.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. What a nice and thoughtful thing to best search her office.
It would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but pickers and choosers.
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
At the interpretation of pure chance.
Investigate.
It's a perfectly balanced coin. It will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. Are there really 2 outcomes? Is there not one specific outcome we can determine?
We're still in We're still in lockdown, so I take it you haven't shot
no
the traitor.
Chance. Only outcome. Complete information.
Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. Yeah!
Yet in such close proximity. And then one day our eyes did meet, and fate set into motion that telltale sign.
The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Clemens? The archivist? Ah, that follows, I suppose. Still more that I missed. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? I've an old contact on Cloister I need to look up. Part of a small matter there. Some research the Order considered heretical. Worth restock. Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it? Well, then.
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need...
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right. May fate and fortune converge.
Through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. A general reminder for the especially studious: monitor your step when traversing between academical departments. Do not read and write. The localized dimensional tears known as rifts are lethal to pedestrian travel. They also attract bloodthirsty zealots. Said zealots are equally lethal to pedestrian traffic. If you must operate near or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out.
Architect. I hope this does not turn back into an active architect. Architect. I hope this is
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
No reason to reason with you.
Perhaps it would be advantageous to... No. That won't function optimally. Do you have a specific matter requiring discussion with me that cannot be postponed? I'm rather... That's not... Making a final decision over what to prioritize in the construction of this trench. Auntie's forces have pushed us from our initial trench line into our fallback trench. But despite the fact that we are currently holding back Auntie's forces at the new, more narrow front, that being said, we shouldn't need another trench line. Our analysis shows us that Auntie's simply lack. However, there is a vanishingly slim chance that Auntie's has more. Correct? In this case, unfortunately, I find myself, and thus, my dilemma. Many, unfortunately, Auntie's human soldiery wrapped up. In summary, many and varied. Alas, I lack the resources and time. Many, unfortunately, Auntie's humans and thus my dilemma. However, there is despite that being said, many, unfortunately, and thus, perhaps it would. Do you have a specific matter requiring making a final decision over what? Perhaps it would be advantageous. Do you have a specific matter? Despite that being said, making a final decision over what? Perhaps it would be advantageous to.